Alright, man. Spookiest fears.
Something every human experiences. From the day we hop out the womb, we're afraid of something. It can be something in fear is something every human experiences. From the day we hop out the womb, we're afraid of something. It can be something instilled in you by those around you, a bad experience, stuff you see in media, or just something primal. Regardless, something instilled in you by those around you, a bad experience, stuff you see in media, or just something primal. Regardless of how or why you got it, everyone has one. It's like Oprah. You get a fear. You get a fear. Fears change as you get older. The things that scared you as a kid most likely won't scare you when you're 70 or 80. When we're babies, we're practically scared but curious about everything. A dog barks too loud, a firework goes off, an ugly person smiles at you. That last one sometimes doesn't go away. Surprises, randomness, unfamiliarity. That's what scares us when we're...
I'll tell you, when I was young, like, let me see, like up until like 2nd grade, bro, I used to fear people with green eyes. Actually, people were like, yeah, like green, blue eyes, bro, all because of Chucky, bro. Like, Chucky was like my biggest fear as a kid, bro. I remember going to my mama's house, bro, and my brothers was like, just play that for no reason, knowing I'm going to be scared. It's low-key abuse.
For babies. Like, for me when I was a baby, any form of loudness got me. A train going by,
nah, not me.
People yelling at me. Those noises would often be so loud that my brain could only comprehend it as something bad's about to happen. Then we get a little older. Now we're a kid. We have more experience. I know now the train doesn't mean the world is ending. And that ugly person smiling at me, they're not a monster. They're just ugly. We can officially comprehend what's going on around us. And we can actually move. At this point is when we start getting into a new kind of fear. The fears you develop from first-hand experience. You woke up one day and saw a spider staring at you from your ceiling. Now you're scared of spiders. You got arachnophobia. Your brother wanted to play Bloody Mary, or your dad was watching a scary movie right next to you. Now
bro, I'll never forget, bro. Marleon, if you watching this, bro, cuz it was like the first. No, who was it? No, it wasn't Bloody Mary. It was Candyman. I didn't know nothing about him. I was hearing stories about him at camp. It wasn't none of that Boy Scout camp. None of that. No, sir. No diddy. But, bro, I remember cuz locked the bathroom door. He said, Candyman. Ran out. But I'm talking about I'm in there crying, bro. I'll never forget that, bro. I still got to catch my fade for that. You know what I'm saying? If you see this, you know who you is. You know who you are.
You got demonophobia. It was spring cleaning time and your mom was vacuuming the rug. Now you're scared of vacuums. You got zooagoraphobia. That last one is real. These are the fears that can stick with you for a few days, a few months, a few years, or maybe even your whole life. Yeah. Them vacuums get serious. Like for me, aside from my fear of dolls, I was scared of needles and the dark for a minute. Like with needles, anytime I had to go draw blood at the doctors, it was chaos. And normally, I was never scared of needles, bro. Kid, probably off somewhere sitting on my PSP.
I was tough when it comes to that.
Crying, trying to this run, day, fighting back.
To this day, I can, bro. I know people my age can't even look at needles when they like, you feel me, getting a shot or something. I wasn't even scared to get a tat on my chest. Chest is one of the worst pain, like, you feel me? I was looking at it, I was chilling, bro. No, I didn't have numbing cream, I promise you. But, bro, wait. Oh, I did. For the lining, though. For the shaving, I ain't getting no numbing cream. But I was chilling, though. But when it comes to needles, bro, I can look at it while it's touching me, bro. I'm not no, you know what I'm saying?
And it was so frustrating because my parents would always tell me I'm overreacting, but why would I willingly get stabbed in the forearm by a random person? It doesn't make sense, Mom. Eventually, I got over it. Nowadays, I just close my eyes and grab onto something. But the dark, that one took me a little longer to get over. Being scared of the dark is a primal fear of humans. Even our stick and stone banging ancestors knew not to hunt at night, and they were stupid. The dark is like the death.
I'll be honest, bro. Got a confession. I was so scared of the dark, bro. I stopped sleeping in the bed with my parents till I was 12. Which is crazy. That's crazy to say, bro. I stopped sleeping in the bed with my parents till I was 12. I stopped. Then a year later, that's when them killer clowns came out. You know what I'm saying? When they was threatening coming to people's schools, coming to people's houses, bro. Them clown sightings. Yeah. I went right back in that bed with them for about a month. Yeah. I don't play with clowns. Yeah, that's another fear of mine. I don't play with clowns,
fear
bro.
Of the unknown. Or at least an introduction to it. Because it's not like when you're in the dark, you're scared because you're seeing the color black. Well, the scary part is not
you don't
knowing
know, yeah,
what's
you don't
in
know
the
what's
dark
in there.
with you. It could be Slender Man, it could be Momo, it could be a racist cop. You don't know because you can't see. And since you can't see, it makes it scary. And the room can be perfectly empty when the lights are on. Not a person in sight. But the second you turn them lights off, your brain goes on high alert and assumes every demon from hell just spawned in. And at that point, you don't know. You don't know if it's your imagination or if that really is the king of pop right behind you. That's why I always hated having...
Alright, bro. See, I ain't like that. I don't like that. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I'm gonna make y'all see it, bro. I don't like
sleep
that.
paralysis. Your imagination. Every demon from hell just spawned in.
Like
and at that point, you don't know. You don't know if it's your imagination or if that really is the king of pop right behind you.
Why? I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why does Michael still get strays, bro? Let the man rest, please. He's a GOAT.
That's why I always hated having sleep paralysis growing up. You would wake up seeing pitch black.
I had a lot of sleep paralysis when I was like
and half not. So
elementary, bro.
The scariest things, like, what is Barney doing here? I was kind of forced to get over my fear of the dark when I was staying in the Dominican Republic. If you don't know, outside of resorts, DR is DR. Over there's constant, and I mean constant power outages. Literally, sometimes you won't go more than 2 days without hearing at least one. So being in the dark, although it may be scary, especially over there with the witches, the bats, the flying roaches, it's something you gotta get used to. And I did.
Flying roaches, bro.
I did get used to it, but I was 13, so I was already a teenager. And by the time you're a teenager, there's bigger things to worry about, because you're officially in high school. That night before the first day of school is the most... Because you're officially... I was already a teenager. And by the time you're a teenager, there's bigger things to worry about, because you're officially in high school.
Junior high. Ain't that's basically high school, bruh. Wait, so Gumball, I ain't not know Gumball and Darwin was in high school, bruh. Whole time I thought they was in middle school. That's crazy. That's insane. Dang.
That night before the first day of school is the most anxiety-filled night you could think of. I used to be up thinking, am I gonna make new friends? What if my old friends don't like me? What if the teachers don't like me? What if nobody likes me? But what if they rock with the first day fit? At that age is when we care the most about what other people think. Getting embarrassed back then feels like it's worse than anything else that could happen to you. And I knew that all too well. I was a shy background character type of student back then. I avoided everything that could potentially lead to me being laughed at or murmured about. And I especially avoided presentations. Presentations were the worst. Anytime I had to do a project involving a presentation,
I used to keep them presentations short,
I do it, but I let my partners do all the presenting. I was that kind of classmate. But there were times you couldn't avoid doing that dreaded solo presentation. And tell me if this ever happened to y'all, but y'all ever had a presentation day and you're nervous, but you're going last, so it's whatever. You walk into class, you sit down, and all of a sudden, you look around, and every single person who was supposed to go before you was absent? Looks like Michael is also absent. Well, Derek, you're up. Gotta be top 5 worst feelings ever. I'd get up there, and it was all types of,
I did. Oh, me, boy.
It was terrible. But the thing that scared me more than presenting in school was school shootings. Prior to my freshman year, I don't remember doing a single lockdown drill. Maybe one in 8th grade, but they weren't that common. I was only used to slowly walking.
I'm trying to think, bro. I really wasn't scared of, you feel me? Stuff like that. School, you know. School threats until Flight really pointed it out. I'm like, bro, yeah, that's really a problem in this country, bro. I really didn't, you feel me? Yeah, I wasn't scared of that. I don't know why.
Building during fire drills, so I didn't know why we were doing them. To me, it was just another excuse to not do classwork for another few minutes. I loved it. But when I found out why we did them, it instilled a new fear in me. A fear that I can randomly...
I thought we was... Dang, that's what we were doing. I thought we were just doing it just in case, like a creep. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we had, boy, that 3rd grade, boy. No, sir. No, sir.
He's sitting in class.
That's why I'm thinking about homeschooling my kids, man. I don't want them to... You feel me? I know God is always with them, but I don't, you feel me? Just like imagine getting that call from school, bro. Like, bro, that's crazy.
And hear 2 pops down the hall, and know in my mind,
kids, man.
I'm probably not gonna be saving any. It's sad, but it's true. What was I, a 5'7", 114-pound freshman supposed to do? Nothing. We're powerless in this situation. Your only hope is literally to become cool for every white kid in the school. That's the only precaution you can take. Luckily, once you graduate, most of these school fears go away. Even though you're in college, it's definitely not the same. You're an adult now. Yes, you may still carry some of the fears from your childhood, whether it be fear of the ocean, your fear of heights.
Yeah, I don't like water.
Vacuum still.
I'm somewhat scared of heights.
Over it, bro. You can manage yourself. You can avoid these things. The fears you're really looking out for when you're an adult are the mental ones. Commitment, rejection, loneliness, and of course, failure. Failure is something I think most of us by the age of 18 start fearing. If not, at least thinking about. The idea of legacy. What do I want to accomplish in my life? And will I accomplish it? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. You start looking toward the potential future.
I mean, I try not to think like that, bro. Like, what if you feel me? Because if you had them negative thoughts, bro, and if you speak out on it, it's somewhat, I ain't gonna say it's gonna come true, but tongue is a powerful thing, bro. So be careful, bro. Pray all them negative thoughts away, bro. You'll be straight.
Becoming an architect, a doctor, a lawyer, or anything else you want to be in life, you just end up working the drive-thru at your local Burger King. This fear of failure sometimes consumes us completely. We imagine all these possible ways we can fail instead of just focusing on the ones where we can actually win. It makes no sense. What is wrong with you? Don't you want to win? Don't you want to
appreciate the little things, gang?
Didn't know what they wanted to do in college and watch way too much YouTube. Failure felt inevitable for me. By the time I saw my SAT scores junior year, I was like, yep. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, but my SAT scores junior year, boy. Oh my, yeah. I was like, bro, I got a hoop. When I seen those scores, I was like, bro, yeah, I got a hoop, bro. I gotta get a scholarship, basketball scholarship, bro. I'm not gonna get an academic.
This fear of failure used to plague my.
And it ain't that I was stupid. It was just I had too many distractions, bro. Like, if I really paid attention, I was really smart, honestly. I just stopped paying attention. Females and all that other stuff, bro, started blocking my vision for real.
It's the reason I always felt bad for Asian kids growing up. Because if I had that fear, you know they had it. Fear of failure is not always about career or academics, though. It can be something as simple as fear of getting rejected by your crush, fear of playing bad for your sports team, or not wanting to learn a new thing like driving because you feel like you'll just hit everybody or something. There's so many ways you could fail. How could you not be afraid of it? It's quite literally the ultimate unknown. You can't predict the future, but the funny thing about failure is we literally fail all the time as humans. Like, have you ever seen a baby fall in public while trying to walk? That baby failed at walking, but it doesn't just sit there and cry. You know, at that height, they don't take fall damage. They just get back up and try again. If not, how would they learn how to walk? If babies didn't bounce back from failure, we would have a society full of Stephen Hawking. Even back to Mr. Put the Fries in the Bag, working the drive-thru.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Why he had to say that?
At Burger King. He could be doing that at the fossil age of 30, and that's not necessarily failure. He might have just fallen like that baby, and he's just waiting to get back up. It's what he decides to do after his fall that determines whether or not it's failure. It's dependent on what you do and what you perceive as success. Sadly, this is something people don't realize till they're older. Sometimes all the way past adulthood, when you reach that old man status. And by that point, it's not that you can't anymore, it's that you're more worried about other things, like why parts of you are sagging that low. And what's on your mind at that age is death. Death is literally something that's gonna happen to every single one of us. You can be watching this video.
Only thing promised in this life is taxes and death, bro.
2024, 2054, the year 3000, unless you make like some immortality super soldier serum, it's gonna happen to you. Death is scary. I don't like thinking about death. I mean, I've literally been alive my whole life. I don't know nothing besides living. The idea of not experiencing anything on the face of the earth ever again is hard to wrap my mind around. No sadness, but no happiness. No more arguments, but also no more good moments. No more chocolate ice cream, but also no more salted caramel ice cream. You don't go through any more hardships, but you also lose that great feeling when you eventually overcome that hardship. It's scary, and death is especially scary when you lose someone close to you. Now, I'm gonna share something with you guys that I've never shared on this channel before. About 5 years ago from the making of this video, September 2019, I lost one of my close friends. And at the time, I was distraught. I had lost my grandfather 3 years prior, so I knew that death isn't something that just hits you up like, hey, I'm in town, I brought donuts. Let's link up. It's a surprise, a very, very bad one, but a surprise nonetheless. But with this one, it felt different. When you're older, as sad as it sounds, you expect it eventually. Doesn't mean it doesn't shock or hurt anyone, because it does. It really does. But you know, we tend to die when we get older. But when you lose someone close to you that was at a young age, that's just not something you're expecting. People are less accepting of those kinds of deaths. I was sad. I was angry, I was confused, but more than anything, I was scared. I had close encounters with death before, but these encounters didn't compare to how close death feels when you lose a loved one. It felt like death was right around the corner, just waiting to take another one of my loved ones, or to just take me. But let's take a step back and look at this positively. If death is so close to us and unpredictable, then that gives us even more of a reason to cherish, to experience,
appreciate,
to try.
bro.
Cherish those around you. Cherish
That's why,
yourself.
bro, you can't walk around with a, you feel me? Like, when people say they got beef with family or anything, or friends, bro, like, bro, put that to the side, because they can be gone tomorrow, fam. You'll never get a chance to work things out, talk to them again, bro. If you beefing with somebody, bro, and you genuinely love them, bro, hit them up right now. No cap. Hit them up right now. Tell them you love them. Tell them to squash that. Put that pride to the side, bro. Let's work things out. Cherish these moments. This little bit of life we have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That's real talk.
The moment you can and find a lesson or even humor in the bad ones, because you may not know when your last one will be. Experience new foods, new activities, new anything, and make sure to try. Please try. Don't let your fear of failure, or your fear of death, or your fear of me, or your fear of anything for that matter stop you from doing what you want to do. Whether it be applying for that school, uploading that video,
put all your anxieties.
Women that a lot of y'all commented. Yeah,
trust in the Lord, bro.
In a separate video. Giving up wasn't an option for me in this YouTube channel. There were a lot of moments when I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I knew I wanted it to happen, because I'd rather be the dude that dies trying than the dude who just was too scared to try.
Man, I seen that scene for the first time like this year, bro. Oh, I ain't never really watched Rocky, but when I seen this scene, bro, mollywop, bro.
I'd rather be the dude that dies trying than the dude who just was too scared to try. It's how you get all these stories of these random old heads saying, man, if I would have kept it up, I would have been the next Jay-Z, man. Yeah, Cracky, take my dollar and go. Not everyone will support you, and that's okay. You don't need them to. As long as you believe, you can achieve. There's a powerful quote by this dude, Ralph Waldo Emerson, that goes, fear defeats more people than any other thing in the world. So, the question is, are you gonna let it defeat you?
Don't let fear defeat you, bro. Real talk. Like I said, take a chance, bro. And if you fail, bro, just get right back up, bro. Don't mope around and I don't want to say that word. I'm just trying not to cuss, but like, don't sit around and be a female dog about it, bro. Like, you feel me? Just get back up, gang.